What's up, everybody, and welcome to Weekday Wagers Live on our Weekday Wagers YouTube channel. Thank you all for making us a part of your day. And if you're not watching, I promise you, you're already behind. It is a beautiful Friday. There's a lot of college basketball going on. We'll have to get to the guys here just shortly, talk about that Canada comeback, and then USA plays here in just under an hour, I believe it is. So there's going to be a lot that happens within the Olympics. We'll talk about all of that and much more. I don't have a recap screen, but I lost on mine, and Mark came through in the clutch and just crushed his play. It was the first half of I believe it was the Rockets, and I want to say Charlotte Hornets, but I'm probably wrong. But I did not make a grab for today, but we went 1-1. In the end of the day, it's kind of a push, a little kiss your sister kind of a day. But it is Friday. We'll get into everything that is surrounding the weekend, plus our six-pack of plays. A lot of those are going to be on Friday, but we do have some Saturday plays as well, as college basketball allows us to have some kind of lines that possibly come out, but not too much. But let's go ahead and bring in the boys, the fellas, and Marky Model. You're the one that hit yesterday. How was that game? Was it the Hornets?
It was the Houston Hornets game. Yes, it was. And we got over by the skin of our teeth. It was the 104.5, and they ended up scoring 105. So
that's all that matters.
They don't ask you how much did you win by. Just did win.
Pay the man. Pay the man. Right. All right. And the other fella, Robbie Hockey. What up, man?
What's up, fellas? Yeah, hated I had to miss yesterday, but work happens. Did get Hillary Knight scoring a goal that came through, and then the women got it done yesterday for us. So that was really exciting to see.
Yeah, staying in that game, Rob. We're talking about the women's hockey game, gold medal. Like, they were losing, and a lot of people expected them to honestly win that by a good margin. I know Mark and I live. You could have bet them to win by 2 goals at some point, and it was still bad odds. But what do you make of that game? Do you think it was really a USA just showing their strength at the very end, or did they just flat out get lucky?
I think it was just 2 really good teams. I know we beat them 5-0 before, but I still had a lot of respect for Canada coming into that game, because when you look at their other games, it was very similar to how we beat teams. And I think it was just USA maybe didn't take it as serious as they should in the first and second period. But after Hillary got that goal, I didn't have any doubt we were going to come back and take it.
Yeah, Mark, what do you make of that game and how it all played out?
Yeah, listen, I think that the Canadians absolutely showed up to win the gold medal. That was their mindset going into this thing. And I really think that they didn't let the first game between them and the US affect how they came into this game. They still wanted to dictate, and they did. They controlled this game literally until the third period with less than 2 minutes to go in the third. They controlled this thing, and then it kind of got away from them. Knight scored the goal on a beautiful tip in. And then in overtime, the U.S. women's team took over simply because when it came to spacing, if you give them the space to make and create opportunities, they will beat you. And that lead-in pass to the offensive zone that came from all the way behind the net in their own goal, in their own defensive area, all the way out across the ice. Keller gets the go-ahead goal to win the thing. It was an amazing, amazing play.
Yeah, and as Joe says, that overtime goal was amazing. And if you looked at how far back, I believe the person that passed to Keller, Mark, was all the way behind the goal or behind the back line.
Yes,
that normally doesn't happen, right?
Correct. But then again, you're 3-on-3.
Correct.
And you have that kind of space now to look ahead and get somebody out on a breakaway. And what Keller did, the way that she not only received and locked down that pass, but then to make the 2 moves she did to create that space. And it wasn't a clean shot. It's not like she rifled it to the back of the net. It literally went underneath the arm and in between the arm and the leg pad. So it was all in all, listen, it's still a gold medal. They don't ask you, how much did you win by? Did you win?
Well, I looked at that and I was thinking, that's not an accident. That is 100% them playing 3-on-3 drills and working through those things. How can we take advantage of this? Because this isn't normal hockey, right? There is not 5, women on the rink at that time. There's 3. Let's see if we can take an advantage of this, at a certain time. And I think they did. But Rob, I gotta get have you played hockey before ever?
Street hockey.
All right,
No,
Mark, have you?
not actual ice hockey.
Okay, Mark.
No, I don't even ice skate.
Looking at what Hillary Knight did, and I know, like, from baseball, you can look at, like, the hand-eye coordination a little bit, but, like, what she did, and I don't wanna make light of this because any hockey player, and that's why I asked, like, any hockey player would look at this like, "Oh, yeah, I could do that," whatever. But, like, I think to the common man, the common woman, like, what she did, having that puck firing at you so fast, Rob, you're then lifting I guess, the blade of your stick just to lift and propel it up is crazy hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically a juke move, but on skates. I mean, she broke her ankles, went through, and I felt like that goal took like 10 seconds to go in. Like once it went behind her, it felt like it took 10 seconds for it to roll in. Then when it finally did, you could kind of breathe a sigh of relief. So, but yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a move. And in that situation too, it's the gold medal is on the line. You have to hit it just right. And if she doesn't, who knows what would happen.
All right, so yes, I love that. It was a swim through move by was it Keller? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but Rob, that Hillary Knight right in front of the goal that ties it too, like the hand-eye coordination, when you're lifting the blade, everything, like that has to be one of the hardest things to do. And it might have just been accident. It might have just been like, hey, I got my stick here, but like, all accounts, it looks like she's meaning to do that.
Yeah, and Sam Reinhart did the same thing today for Canada. He had his stick just right perfect. I mean, you think those guys are shooting the puck almost 100 miles an hour.
Right.
So when it taps off that stick, I mean, it's amazing the trajectory it goes in, but they've been doing it their whole life, so they know what's up. But yeah, it's very similar to even Sam Reinhart's today. I think, who was it? Makar shot it, and I mean, it was a bomb. Then tipped right in.
Yeah, I could do that. All right. Well, Joe, sorry, we don't live in Minnesota, nor are there. I don't know about Mark. I don't know about you, but like, are there any good professional teams that are in Minnesota?
I know that they don't have one in football.
No, there's none there. So
baseball, no,
not baseball either. What? Basketball? Anthony Edwards is pretty good. That's about it.
Yeah,
man.
But you said team.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Team. Oh, they got Rudy Gobert, right? Yeah. Sorry, I don't see anything in Minnesota happening good. Keep skating, Joe. Keep skating. All right. Well, I do want to go to Joe here on this one because this is always my favorite. Rob, 1 out of 10. Mark looks like he just got done mall walking. I need you to rate this one.
It's a 10. It made me laugh as soon as I saw it.
I need my water bottle.
Yeah, you definitely got a water bottle on a fan.
Did you get your arms moving though? You got to get the arms moving, the hips.
Dude, you got to get those steps in, man. 5,000 steps a day.
I haven't been to a mall. I don't even know where one is. It's been so long. I don't know where it is. But anyway, I do love those from Joe. He always puts in here. And yes, Joe, I am taking all the cheap shots I possibly can because I am a sad fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. But I do want to give a shout out to Todd. Todd got Jarrett Allen. I believe his number was 14.5, and Jarrett got 15 points. Talking about being on the right side of the hook again. That was a crazy game. But tonight he's got this last night again. So the 2 for 2 from Taj here in the chat, Toronto Raptors, again, -5.5. But I do want to get into the Canada game from today. And I know that we're going to be heavy on hockey. That's the only thing that's really happening right now because I stay away from the NBA when they're coming back, even though last night our record on first halves alone were what, Mark?
4-0.
Okay. And what were the first quarters?
4-1.
Okay. So I believe I can do the math of 8-1 there. And so I like those. I don't think I actually have a first quarter or first half bet on today's show. So I apologize.
I have a couple of up on justicestatsports.com. So
even better. Yeah. All right. Well, Rob, let's go to you first on this one. That the Canada game taking on Finland. I believe that you might know the goalie from Finland. How do you think he played today?
Well, Useless Saros always plays well when he's not wearing a Preds uniform. But he did Useless Saros things, and he let a goal go in at the end to lose the game for him. So, and of course, Mikko Rantanen, the one game I don't bet him to score a goal, scores the first goal. He's a pain in my ass. Everybody on Finland, they're a pain in the ass to bet on. I hate that Canada won because I don't like Canada, but at the same time, I'm glad to see Finland go.
Yeah, that is the double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
You end up we do hate Team Canada because we're Team USA. We might have some Canadians here, but as long as you're not from Toronto, Mark can be your friend. But Mark, what do you make of that game there from Finland and Canada? Hey,
I think as I was surprised to see how well Finland was controlling Canada for the first two periods. They really did have that game under control. And I thought, because I don't know if you've heard this or not, or maybe Rob, you did as well, but all of the Dallas Stars hockey players that were in the hockey tournament yesterday, so Rantanen, Rupi Hintz,
Miro Heiskanen.
Yep, they all missed practice yesterday because they went sightseeing over in Italy. They decided to play hooky. Yeah, even Jake Ottinger for the U.S. So it was kind of a Dallas Stars kind of let's go out and let's just do this. We're here once. Let's do it. I think it came back to bite them. I just think it takes that focus away from what they're there to do. And in the closing minutes, when the pressure starts to get real and you start to feel it's palpable, I think it showed through.
So I could see different ways. I could see them doing that to kind of refresh as well, to try to take the pressure off. This is a huge game. We know it's a huge game. Let's try to take maybe an hour or two and not think about it. But I think, too, in hockey, they played a lot of prevent defense after that second period. They didn't seem to really want to push the puck and push the pace. And just like in football, once you start playing prevent defense, you're going to get scored on. And you can't do that against Canada. You got to keep your foot on them, because if not, that's what's going to happen to you every time.
Yeah, they stopped playing to win and they started playing not to lose.
Right. And I mean, it was like kind of like the previous Canada game. I didn't have any doubt that Canada was going to lose that game. I knew they were going to win. And it was just kind of like today when Canada tied it up. I think I texted you. I was like, well, Finland's never scoring again. This game is over.
That game was cooked, as the kids say, because like Finland wasn't trying to win at all at that point. They were just like hoping to hold on. And once that puck went in the back of the net, I was like, all right, at this point, it's over. Like, there's no way you're getting that mojo back from Canada. So it is what it is, but we'll see. We have Team USA that's playing a little bit later on. We'll get your guys' opinion on how that game plays out. But let's go ahead and get to our plays, because that's what a lot of people are here for. And we'll split up our Friday, Saturday with a little Bassets blends here. So let's go ahead and start off. And I'm going to start with Marky Model on a Friday.
Hey, let's get it going with that same hockey game. And I'm not going to even try to pronounce this guy's first name. I will say his last name. And I'm just going to call him Slavsky. How's that? That's not his real name, but it's the name I'm calling him. And we're going to take him to get over 2.5 shots on goal at -125. Why? Because Slovakia's offense only comes from one guy, and it is Slavsky. He is the engine that makes this run. He's third in overall tournament scoring. He's the primary trigger on all the power plays, which is actually checking in at 30%. So I love this spot for his involvement with this offense against a team that is going to be under the gun and have to push the tempo offensively just to see if they can keep it competitive with the United States men's team. The one thing I really like about this angle is that the USA should control the possession time here, right? That's not going to be surprising to anybody if they actually do. Their overall Corsi rating is through the roof. But Slovakia plays a rush-heavy style. And what that means is that from defense, they get out and they look to push, and they look to get out on the breaks, and they want those odd man opportunities where they can really take and shoot the puck. The other thing I like about this play is that, I don't know if you've noticed this, but for those of you who like shots on goal props, the Olympics has been very, very generous with what they consider a shot on goal compared to what we see nightly in the NHL. The fact that we only need him to get 3 here today, I love the spot for him and for the U.S. men's hockey team to advance to the gold medal game.
There I am. Absolutely love that play, Mark. And yes, NHL, you need to take note of what the Olympics are doing, because it's a lot more fun when you count shots on goal. But I'm going to go on the other side of this game. I'm going to take Jack Eichel anytime goal at +160. He leads Team USA with 18 shots, but he only has 1 goal to show for it. That's too much volume for one goal. And I hate this phrase that somebody's due, but if anybody's due, it is Jack Eichel in this one. He's centering the top line, and he's on the top power play for USA. He takes all his shots from the left circle. I love this spot for him to get another goal. And then we're going to go to Quinn Hughes, the big guy who had the game winner. He actually does play a professional Minnesota team, the Minnesota Wild, and he's our guy on Team USA. I'm taking him for 2+ points at plus 240. I think USA, like Mark said, can control this game. When they do get scores, I think he's going to be the guy that's going to be facilitating it, or he may be scoring it himself. I think 2+ points for Quinn Hughes at plus 240 is just too good to pass up.
Let's go to the hardwood here for college. I'm going to go Indiana at Purdue. This game is tonight. We're going to go under the 150.5. Looking at this game, they just played not too long ago, January 27th. They combined for 139 points. We're well below the 150.5 line. But I look at mainly Indiana. On the road, they've cashed the under in 10 of the last 13 away games. It's all about being a little bit more slow paced. And because of that, I like this to go on the under tonight. I don't see how these two teams will continue to push the tempo. And so getting to 151 points with slow tempo and decent defense, I expect this game to go definitely under tonight on Friday Night Lights.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Seabass, the only 5-star chef in the game. We all know sports betting is full of bad beats and tough calls, but when it comes to flavor, there's no second guessing. Bassett's Blends is the plus EV lock of every meal. We don't need a stinking model. Crafted with winning spices and bold taste, Bassett's Blends comes in 3 flavors, original, hot, and no salt, that's gonna turn chicken, steak, vegetables, any dish into a can't-miss cover every night. With Bassett's Blends, there's no bad beats, no flavor fades, just guaranteed greatness. Check out the link right here where you can pick up your Bassett's Blends for a guaranteed lock every single night.
Oh, here we go. Little kitty action on Saturday. And I'm talking about the Kentucky Wildcats versus the Auburn Tigers in college basketball. And we're going to take the over 156.5. This is a spot that is just too good to pass up right now. This number is sitting below where these two teams naturally operate. Kentucky's road games are averaging 161 total points, and Auburn's home games are averaging 166. So this 156.5 line isn't asking for anything extraordinary. It's literally asking for both teams to play to their baseline. The tempo supports it too. You look at Kentucky, who is at 67.5 adjusted tempo, according to Ken Pom, and Auburn at 67. Which is plenty of possessions when both offenses are this efficient. I love the fact that Kentucky carries a 120 offensive rating and Auburn comes in at 126. What do all those numbers mean? It means that we're going to see offensive production in a close game here in the SEC. You can expect there to be fouling late, free throws made, and all of a sudden this 156 turns into a total into the low 160s, mid 160s very easily.
All right, I'm going to stay there on Saturday, and I'm going to take the other big matchup. It's going to be Duke against Michigan, and this is a neutral site game. I'm going to take the Blue Devils here at +3. It's at minus 110, and I'm looking at a difference of like a clash of styles. Like we want to see a little up and down from Michigan. And then Duke is good enough and well enough, or they're fine with playing a little bit more of a slow tempo. But the main thing I look at, it's going to be the two bigs. We're talking about Cameron Boozer, who is the Duke's big, who has been honestly a guy that's been rumored to be in the top 5, maybe the top 7 on the NBA draft board. And then the other guy he's a little bit longer in the tooth, Yaxel Lindeborg, who's there for Michigan. Both of these guys are going to control the paint. It's all about like who controls the tempo, who controls the boards, who controls the paint. Whoever does that on a consistent basis will win this game. I just think giving 3 points to Duke, even though it is on the road, it is neutral site. I think this is way too many points. Because of that, I like Duke with a +3. All right. Well, Mark, do you know what the model says on that Duke Michigan? But we don't even have it up yet. That's why I don't have it. The Duke Michigan game. Do you have that by any odd chance?
Stand by.
All right, sweet. I was whatever. Joe was asking how do we have this game late into the season. I agree, and I know they're trying to do different things. This is in Washington D.C., so I think that's the reason that they're able to have this is because Michigan going to Duke at Cameron, impossible. You're never gonna schedule that if you are Michigan. And so at that point, why would you go to Michigan? It doesn't make sense either. So neutral site, I do think that this is a way that college basketball can get these games. Plus, you're talking about going to a big arena. I think both of these teams will appreciate this before tournament time when they're going to be playing in those bigger arenas. So we'll see. Mark, do you have it yet?
Yeah, sure do. Right now, we've got the Michigan Wolverines winning 54.6% of the Sims. The line right now is -2.5, and we have a projected 80 to 78 score for a total of 158. The over-under there is 149. So if you like the over-under, you got a ton of value to the over.
Okay. All right. I like it. I like, at least it was 2-point win. So I like that. I did see that most of everybody has the 2.5. I found the 3 over at Fanatics. And so because I get to possibly have a push on a 3, I went ahead and grabbed that because there's not much difference. If you went to like FanDuel, I believe it's -2.5 at like -106, -108. So there's no change or losing there for that extra half point. So excited about it. All right. Well, I see that Taj is putting in his saloon shot. We'll get to that here, as well as maybe adding in Light the Lamp. That'll be fun today. We're gonna have a special surprise for my pick today on Light the Lamp. But I do see that Miss Kim just put in this into the notes, and we're going to bring this up. Kirk Cignetti just finalized a new contract. It's going to average him at 13.2. Is that just way too much, Rob?
No, if you took Indiana to win a national championship, give him his money. I don't think it's too much at all.
Do you think if they just put $100 every year and on Indiana to win the national championship or whatever the odds might have been, they probably could have got back all of that if maybe you just added a little bit more than just $100 on that bet? So that probably would have paid in itself. That Mark, too much money for Mr. Google Me.
Listen, I just think that we are in a day and age where those numbers are the new reality. They're not even shocking anymore, which is actually, it's a little depressing, right? I mean, yes, I can totally appreciate what he did to accomplish that.
Yeah.
Good God. I mean, that's what the school's paying him. That's not even what his endorsement deals are on top of.
Yeah. It's crazy. We'll see. All right, well, let's get into that USA game because that is what's coming up. I believe is maybe it's in an hour. Is that right? I think it's
10, okay. Less than an hour. I think it's at 2:10.
Yeah, 2:10 our time, 3:10 that other guy's time. Yeah, so but 2:10 for the Lord here and his time. Let's talk about that game. What is the Mark? I'll go to you first because I know you had the puck line. What is the puck line on this game?
Yeah, so the puck line right now is at USA -2.5. And that's at -110. The over under is, oh, come on. Why did it just do that? I want to say 5.5.
Okay. That's not
right. Yeah. The over under is 5.5 over. It's juiced to the over at -148. The -2.5 for the US is at -135. And I actually think the value there is taking Slovakia plus 2.5 goals. What we have seen in these quarterfinal matches, and even going into the first semifinal match today with Canada, is these teams have not been able to pull away offensively. And I think now, to Robbie's point earlier, we're seeing a lot of defensive kind of style sets where they're just, they're trying to do anything they can to protect the goalie. I think that we're not going to see a whole lot of scoring here, which advantage Slovakia. The lower total, the lower amount of goals that we see in this game, the more it favors Slovakia, especially at that +2.5 that you can get at +114. I think there's a ton of value there.
So if you got a 2.5, Rob, you're talking about, the USA has to win by 3 goals, correct?
Correct.
The total is 6. How do you get there? How do you get to 6? I guess the only way you would do that, only way you would take the total is if you didn't think it was USA going to cover the 3, because like you're talking about a 4-2 game gets there, 4-1 doesn't get you there, right? And so there's a lot of ways, depending on who you like, is how you would take that, correct?
Correct. Even if you think you're heavy on USA, if they win 4-2, you still don't cover that 2.5. You might get to 6, but you're still not going to cover that. So I'm agreeing with Mark. I think you have to take the 2.5, but you have to take it on Slovakia's side. And Slovakia is starting a goalie who doesn't even play in the NHL. He plays for the Wild of the AHL, and he's been awesome this Olympics. I know he had a bad game, maybe it was against Sweden, but he had 50 shots on goal in that game. His defense did him no favors in that one. The thing that kind of would scare me about this is Sweden had one hell of a defense and were full of NHL talent. Slovakia is not. They're really down as far as NHL talent goes. So if USA can get up maybe 2 goals early, I don't know if Slovakia can keep up. So you might see USA go off on them.
Nice. You know, the one thing I will say though about Slovakia is that the rink that they're playing on right now in Milan is more conducive to the international, especially European hockey play. It's a smaller rink. It's a shorter rink. And the one thing I've noticed when watching these guys play on this ice is that the passes that they are so used to making on an NHL-sized arena, the angles just aren't there. And so the passes they've led to missed passes or broken up passes and kind of stalled offenses down in the corner. I think that the Slovakian team are more adept at playing on a smaller arena like this is, and are be more comfortable playing in this size as opposed to playing on a NHL sized arena.
That's interesting. And you forget about the angles because obviously you don't have as much space to play with. And so you're literally in a more confined place. And so maybe that's their advantage because they're used to that, the smaller rink. But I do want to end on this before we get to lighting the lamp. Rob, you talked about the goalie there for Slovakia. Who'd you say he played for?
He plays for the Wild, but it's in the AHL. So for the Iowa Wild, the AHL.
So he doesn't even play for that other Wild team?
No.
I wouldn't play for him
their
either.
Affiliate.
The goalie's name is Samuel
Jackson. That sounds
alive. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I get it. Whatever his name is, just don't go up there. I'd farthest I would go, Iowa. As farthest I would go. Yeah. All right. Well, let's light the lamp on this game because there are some guys that we could target. I know that you already have a play on this one. Who is it with? Jack Eichel. Okay. But there's other guys that we can target as well. So let's go ahead and go through these real quick. And that is going to be Austin Matthews, plus 110. Jack Eichel there, who Rob's already on at plus 150. Brady T. Kachuk at plus 170. Shout out, Soup.
Say it.
Is this Jaraj Slavkovsky? Slavkovsky. Yeah, that's right. That's 240. And then Tomas Tater at plus 390. Whatever his name is. Rob, I'll let you start with this one. Who are you going with in this game?
I'm going off the board. Give me Matt Boldy at plus 250. That's what I grabbed it at last night. Y'all talk about angles and everything. I think Matt Boldy is your perfect rebound guy. He gets those greasy goals. He also shoots the puck a lot. So give me Matt Boldy at plus 250 off the board.
What the hell is a greasy goal?
It's to get in that area, the greasy area.
Greasy or creasy?
Greasy, like the movie Grease. It's greasy. Call them greasy
I thought it was
goals.
the crease, like the crease. Like
it is.
Yeah, they have the crease, but we call them greasy goals.
You and all your friends made up a new word. That's cool. I'm happy for you. All right, Mark, who's on this graphic with this? I'm guessing who are they playing? I don't even know who they're playing.
Slovakia.
Who's this Slovakia that's in front of us?
So that is Mr. Jaraj Slavkovsky at plus 240. I'm obviously playing him on these shots on goal to get over to 3 or more shots on goal. Do one of those go in? I don't know. I don't think so. But what I do know is that Tage Thompson for the U.S. and my Buffalo Sabres is absolutely due for a goal. The guy has been he's been getting plenty of shots, plenty of good looks on goal. He just hasn't had him going through. I think today is his day. He steps up. He gets it. That's off the board. And that, my friends, is a plus 225. Thompson goal scorer.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick, but I do need some help because I don't like any of these guys on here. I don't think. Austin Matthews, not American. Jack Eichel, you're already on him.
Austin Matthews is American.
Austin Matthews is American?
He grew up in Arizona.
He's from Arizona. He just plays in Toronto, which is why
he just looks like he would be from Europe. If you looked at him, you would peg him to be from Europe with his little mustache and his big forehead. I mean, he looks like he'd be from Europe.
He plays for the Maple Leafs. There is no way. I don't care if it was Austin Matthews listed there 5 different times, I would go off the board.
That's why DG's confused. He knew he played for Toronto, so that confused him.
I'm so confused on everybody. I couldn't even believe Jack Eichel's name. Like, he's American. I literally Googled and look, is he for sure American? Yeah. And he is.
And by the way, Austin Matthews is the most American name on that list. By the way,
that's why I thought it was throwing me away. It's just stupid. All right. Well, I'm not going Brady Tkachuk here because that's too much what Subi would want to do. And then slap whatever. I'm not doing him.
Slikovsky.
I'm guessing.
Call him slap nuts. Get a Jeff Jarrett going. Call him slap nuts.
I'm guessing Tartar is not American either.
Tater.
No, Tater's not.
All right. Let's. I need a name. I need a guy who you think, because I need somebody who you think can score. I need to find somebody here.
Go Jake Gensel.
I was going to say the same thing. Jake Gensel.
Nice.
100%.
All right. Well, I have a new friend here. So this guy, he's been sucking lately, right? So let's get rid of him. I have a new one.
You're retiring the 8 ball?
Retiring the 8 ball. And I have a new friend here. It is a new 8 ball. So let's ask the 8 ball. What's his name again?
Jake Gunsel.
Oh,
Jake.
I thought you meant what are we naming your 8 ball? Sorry.
Oh,
Jake Gensel is the name.
Jake Gensel. All right. Is Jake Gensel going to score a goal for me today?
Without hesitation, yes.
Boom. Oh, yeah.
All right. Jake, don't suck today is all I got to say, because Mr. Predicto has to come in clutch for me today. So Jake Gensel. How do you spell his name?
Jake.
Shut up. I'll find him. Gensel.
Just go to JTS. I got it listed there.
All right, I'll go there. I'll look for it.
First of all, I love the fact that Robbie and I were both on the same guy like immediately.
Yeah.
And then to have that confirmed by this new, I don't know,
AI
8 ball.
We're gonna.
I love it.
Yeah, Mr. Predicto.
It can only go down from here. You know that, right?
100%. He's gonna get it wrong, and then I'll have to throw him away and find me a new one. I'll go find a talking pickle or something. I don't know. We'll find something one way or the other.
I wouldn't do that.
All right. Well, I won't go that way. All right. Well, that is the light the lamp. I almost had a brain stoppage there. But that's not all the fun we have here. I see there's a lot of people putting in their first goals already, because that is for shooting your shot. So go ahead and put in, no more than 4 legs on a parlay. Mark likes to push that limit as well. He pushes a lot of limits on the saloon shot, but put them all in. Plus 1,000 or more. It can be one single play, can be up to 4 on a parlay. But yes, this is the time to shoot your shot. All right. Well, sometimes when you limp in, you limp into the saloon.
That is absolutely horrible, dude.
That is a dangling handle right there, man.
You know what? I get into the saloon for the first time, and I'm already throwing the flag on this one. I need to redo this mug.
That's what you call long neck bottle.
Hung like a mug.
That is horrible.
All right, so a little behind the scenes. One, this is under construction. I am trying to make Mark a mug, and I am struggling. And so this one kind of came to, and I thought it was funny. So we just kind of we put this one up for the graphic for today. But next show, I'll make sure I have him a mug made. There's nothing that I found that I really loved. So we just move on.
We've had 3 years to get this mug made and still couldn't find it.
As Kim says, look out the window. Pigs are flying officially today.
She also says, be careful. Turn away because this is not suitable for work.
Yeah.
It does have that little hub vibe, doesn't it?
Definitely not a base.
All right. Well, that is Marky Model's saloon shot. He is officially in the club. But let's go ahead and go to what we have today. And Rob, you were not the inaugural Joe into the club, but you were the first on the panel on the show into the club. What you plan today?
I'm going to go Team USA. We're going to take Brady Tkachuk and Matt Boldy to score goals because, well, I have Jack Eichel, and if Jack Eichel doesn't score, Brady's going to score. Like I said, Matt Boldy's going to come through and get a greasy goal for me. And then we're going to take Quinn Hughes for 1 point. In case he can't get 2, we're going to take him for 1. And we're going to take Jack for the other point. So give me these 4 guys at plus 1,076.
I like that one. I was curious. I had to search. This is where I searched Jack Eichel to verify that he was Team USA because I was putting Team USA on your saloon. So listen, I didn't know. I know where Jack played. All right, I'm going to go to Please Just Pass. And this is plus 1687, but hear me out. James Harden, he's new to the Cleveland Cavaliers, just had 9 assists last night. You know he doesn't like playing back-to-back, so he's not really trying to do too much, but he's going to do enough just to set his new teammates up for 10-plus assists. And then Isaiah Collier, who has been a man on a mission, he has been consistently since he's gotten the starting role, and because they're tanking, he's playing more minutes. He's dishing out 10-plus assists on a typical basis. He's had a 21-assist game. He's had 15-assist games. All we need to do is another 15 assists. His line is at 10.5 assists. So we're not like a huge jump here, but putting these two together, a 10-plus assist from Harden, Collier 15-plus assists, plus 1687. All right. Squirrel.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, this is a little mix of both Olympics and some basketball, one professional, one college. Let's start with the Olympics. We're going to take Jordan Stoltz, United States men's sprint skater, to get the gold medal. He has been mentored by Apollo Ono, and he is chasing Apollo Ono's speed skating records. I love this spot for him to take home another gold. The guy has been absolutely dominant in speed skating so far. And we are taking, that's not the USA Hockey on the money line. That's USA Hockey on the 3-way money line. So in the 60-minute line, do I think the United States wins this at overtime to do it? No, they don't. Then we're going to pair that with the Timberwolves. Team total over 127.5. Why? They're playing the Dallas Mavericks, and the Dallas Mavericks suck. They have mailed it in for the rest of this season. What's his name? Cooper Flagg is out. He's done. Irving is done. The Mavs are done. We're going to take the Purdue Boilermakers, the team total over 83.5. This is an alt line because that's going to get us over the plus 1,000 here. I think that they run up the score a little bit. The line for them is at 80.5. We're just asking for 4 extra points. I love the spot for the Boilermakers to get that.
I don't think they get there. I think that Indiana team holds them to 82 points. Sorry, Mark. Not back-to-back saloon shot.
We'll see.
All right. And Timberwolves scored 128 points. I thought that was like, I saw that number. It's pretty high. I know they're going against Dallas, but my God, that's still a high number. Is that a true number or is that a alternate line?
That's an alt line. It's an alt line. Yeah, higher.
That's got to be higher than their normal, right?
Yeah, they're normal team total line right now is at 124.5. So it's not that, but it's not
okay.
real drastic.
Oh, I saw 127. I was like, my God, what's he doing? And I'm guessing you just think Dallas sucks that bad.
They're
And so I
horrible.
agree, but like, I just, man. All right. So as Joe says, Minnesota team, good luck.
Right. After all that ish I was just talking. Whatever.
Right. All right. Well, it has been definitely a fun show. It's been a more hockey-based show today, and that's really all it's in the news and the storylines within the Olympics. But Rob, have you watched any Olympic games at all?
Just hockey.
Mark?
Just hockey.
I've been watching a ton of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you had a favorite?
Surprisingly, and I have full disclaimer, I have to watch it with the volume down. Curling.
Okay. I enjoy curling.
Because as I'm watching the curling, I have to turn the volume down because all I hear then as I'm doing things and, look over, work, look over, it's the yelling, the constant and I'm like, just shut
I get that.
up.
Try giving a take while somebody does that in your ear.
Is that what that was from the other day or yesterday or whatever?
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. Everybody loved it but Rob.
I didn't know what it was. I was so confused. I was still confused after the show.
Even the chat was like, that was amazing. You guys need to give all your takes like that. I'm like, I don't think we should.
It's a good way to break somebody into doing this for sure.
Looks like Kim saying baseball and golf on TV and iPad. Guess the phone will be hockey. Yeah, you need another TV, Miss Kim, for sure. But I watched some curling. Speed skating has been a favorite. Like I've seen the speed skating, and it's crazy how much because they're it's almost like because it's usually two against each other. Then you have the teams, which the big when they come around, the big boost that they get was really cool.
Yeah.
And then if somebody goes down, you can tag in and go try to catch up. That was pretty. I saw that the other day. That's been fun. The most interesting one was I think it was Norway. I could be completely wrong, but there was they were on skis and they had their poles and they were going up and around in different. It was like an obstacle course, not obstacle course, but a different like a course, like a road course.
Yeah.
And they were literally like maybe 10 countries all represented there. And it's just like you had to go through 3 or 4 different laps each. And there was 2 teams, but it just showed like how it was just interesting to watch. Like it's something I wouldn't normally watch, but they were literally doing up mountains and doing the using their sticks. And then they were like coasting around different spots. So I thought that was pretty cool, but I have no idea what it's called. So it's been interesting.
And I think I've noticed how the events have been kind of separated throughout the 2 weeks of the Olympics, right? So first week was really heavy with the bobsledding and the luge and the snowboarding, slalom skiing, that sort of. Now we kind of moved to the ice skating, speed skating, team speed skates, hockey finales are lining up. And it's interesting to me how, to your point, like with the short tracks, the speed skating, just how absolutely freaking dangerous.
So dangerous.
That is. I mean, losing fingers. I mean, and these guys are going around this ice rink, this very short track at 35, 40 miles an hour on razor sharp blades. And all of a sudden those kick out and look out. You got nothing but knives flailing through the air.
Yeah.
It's like a Ginsu.
Yeah, it's been interesting to watch. I've enjoyed watching it, and I don't really know what I'm watching half the time. I think Joe loved the same event I watched, whatever that was. I believe that Norway. I think it was Norway. He was going for the most golds, like second place all time behind Michael Phelps. I cannot remember his name, but I watched it, and I believe they were coming in. They were in first when I had to turn it off. But you can watch some of these, like go back through Peacock, which I love. Going through there and seeing the different events and catching up and just turning it on. I use that as my like nighttime TV to watch now. I'm like turning on, like I'll find a random event and just turn on the event, the final. I hate watching don't give me run 1, 2, 3. Give me the final. I don't need to know like how people are placing. I just need to know whose lives are changed or not changed, and who's crying and who's happy. Give me all that. I'm down with that. I don't need to see that other stuff.
Right.
Anyway, but all right. Last thing, and we'll get out of here. I know we're already over our time. Rob, need you to rate 1 to 10 on this Past Traders episode. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. What would you give this as an episode? Just standalone episode.
7.
Mark.
I think if you just jumped in to see this episode of Traders, it's probably 6, 7. No, I would say a 6. If you have followed the entire season of Traders, this episode is absolutely 8.5.
What pushed it over? Like, that's a high bar. Like, I liked it. I didn't love it like that.
So without giving it away, without no spoiler alerts here, to see the rawness and the conflict that people have between trying to be themselves and trying to play the game. And how at this stage in the game, how difficult that is for some people. And how weirdly comfortable other people are with it.
See, I would be weirdly comfortable because
Me
I would
too.
be game and I would take advantage and I would prey on these people who were sitting there breaking down for no reason.
100%. As I'm watching it, I was like screaming, going, "Oh my God, what are you doing? This is how I would do it. This is what I would do." I get that they're in that moment, that it's all happening real time and they're having to react, where I have the luxury of kind of armchair quarterbacking it and seeing it, the final edited versions that go out. So yes, I know that there's a separation and a difference there. But I do think that I found that really interesting. I thought they did a great job at portraying those dynamics, those conflicts. Yeah.
I will say too, without giving spoilers away, the person who got voted off before they got voted off saying, "Do not tell me you're sorry. Save it. I don't want to hear it. Just save it." I was like, thank God somebody finally came out and said it.
Dude.
Like, yeah, you're voting people out. Don't tell them you're sorry. You voted them out. No, I wouldn't care about your sorry. You just cost me money.
That's what I'm talking about. It's that rawness, right? I mean, they're playing the game and now you realize that you just lost.
But see, that's an emotion I could be fine with because you're playing and you just lost. The people who are like boo-hooing because the game is hard, get over it. It's a game. The people who get eliminated that are kind of pissed in the moment, I'm all right with because I would be pissed in the moment as well. But I would get over it after the game is over.
There was a comment made during the challenge. And I think so again, I go back to, if you saw this episode as a first introduction, just kind of like, well, let me see what the hell they're talking about. It's okay, but I think you miss a lot of the dynamics and that internal conversation, or the small conversations that take place, the side conversations that are so meaningful and impactful later on. There was a comment made about when they finally figured out what was happening with that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And as you start to go through and you start to see the breakdown in alliances.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, this is for me, this is where it starts to really get fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, we'll wait to Thursday to break it all down. But I love that there's so much goes into this. I was shocked at this. I wasn't aware of this. Next Thursday's finale and the reunion. And then Survivor begins the prior day on the 25th, I believe it is 25th. And so with that, I do want to go back to answering this question before I move on completely to Survivor. But anyone know what's with the stuffed animals yesterday? I'm guessing this has to be Traders, Joe.
Yep.
To which I'm glad Joe's like Rob had never watched it and you're enjoying it. Joe has never watched it. There may be others that I'm not aware that you did or didn't know about it, but I think that you'd have to give this a thumbs up if you were having to share this with friends, right, Rob?
100%. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great show. And I want to go back and watch some of the others as well once this is over.
I just started UK season 1.
Mom loves the UK version. She says she likes it better than the American.
Really?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm trying. The issue is I don't have much time, and so like I'm trying to do all the normal shows, and so me turning it on is either do I replace my Grizzlies talk? Yes, and so I'm trying to replace my Grizzlies talk because I don't care about them right now with like traders. I can watch that or listen to that while I'm doing it. But I like to watch. Like I'm very weird. Like I'll shush my kids at night when we try to watch traders. I'm like, shh. You can't talk unless it's commercial. And I'm bad because I want to pay attention. I want the details. I'm like that. I'm weird. Yep. But I want the details. And like so me doing it while I'm working, it doesn't exactly go hand in hand. So we'll see. But the stuffed animals, Joe, I think that was just because it's the carnival and they had to find a way to hide all the money. And so I don't know if I'm guessing that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so it has to be. But Sky Tuhati coming in a little late, but always here. Saloon shot is Sky to win the Genesis plus 15,500. There is no way.
Yeah, because he was in last place.
Did he die?
No, he was in dead last to start today's round.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so shocked.
Yeah, as Kim says, he may not even make the cut. But I will say, in the other times that has happened, it's happened twice so far. And I can't
he's at +4 on hole 8, and the cut line is projected at +3.
And so I do know that he has made the top 5 in all the tournaments where this has been the same exact scenario.
Yeah. Well, yes. He'll pull a rabbit out of his hat at this point.
If that hits, good God.
We'll name the saloon after you.
It'll be Scotty Saloon.
Yeah, for sure. I'll change the name. I'll rebrand this whole thing. I do had one more thing. So this is a great thing, and I haven't done a Survivor pool. I've done a Big Brother pool before because there's usually 16 contestants. There's a group of us friends. There's 4 of us. We all get 4 people. You choose before the first show who you get. I say we do this. And if everybody is interested, we figure out who would be interested in doing this. And so let us know. I'd say, I don't know, at some point before the first episode, if you're interested in doing it.
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah. Right. So before the first episode, just let us know. We'll talk about it
Monday.
Yeah, we'll talk about Monday or Tuesday. And then we'll just figure out a way to pick the people. And I think how many people? Do we know how many people are on Survivor, Rob? 50?
I don't. Not off the top of my head. No.
Hold on one second.
Well, let's just say there's 20, and there's like 5 of us that want to play. We would divide, obviously 20 by 5, and then you get that many people, and so everybody would then, get 3.
I wish there was a way we could do a live draft for this, almost treat like an NFL draft, and up next. The pick comes in. Yeah.
It would be pretty funny, but I'd say we just however many we have, or he's saying randomly draw and give people numbers.
I was gonna say ask your AI bot, somehow teach it who all the names are and say who gets who.
There's 24 contestants in Survivor 50. Oh my God, what are you doing?
It's already glowing. Look at this. This is beautiful. All right. Should we, Mr. Predicto, should we randomly draw numbers?
Definitely not.
He sounded pissed off about that question.
You know what? I think you bothered him, to be honest. I think he thought he was done for the day.
He's a 1 question day ball.
He was like, whoa. I didn't sign up for overtime.
Yeah.
I think that would be interesting though if we put a number on everybody, like numbered them 1 through 24, and then just you randomly got a number, or you could just randomly say a number, and then you had to like cheer for them. I think that'd be more fun than the other way, than like picking the people, because that takes.
I'd be fine with that. And it takes, you don't have to think too hard about it. You just get your numbers and ensure for your number is.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll put that together. I know Scotty obviously wants to play, so us 3 plus Scotty, and then anybody else that wants to get in. We'll then divide up the 24 people by however many people want to do it, and we'll just randomly do the live drawing. We'll do it live. I'll try to get something together where maybe we can do it live on Wednesday's show if we have the opportunity. I'll pull up something where we have the people's names, what numbers you get, and then we'll kind of go from there. So anyway. That's all we got. USA is about to, what do you call it?
Drop the puck.
Drop
the puck in 10 minutes.
I haven't watched this jersey since the Olympics, by the way. I don't plan on it until it's over.
I don't know that that's something you needed to share.
I don't think that is either. I think that should be something you should keep to yourself from now on.
Considering I only wear it for this show and around the house, it's not that bad.
Well, we're glad that Mark finally got into the saloon, whether he limped in or not.
Definitely limped in.
Mark is finally in the saloon. It is a celebration. Hopefully USA takes the gold.
Not according to that mug, it's not.
Sometimes you just gotta stand it on up eventually. Right
Blue
now,
Chew, if you're listening, we'll take a sponsorship.
hymns.
Hymns for Mark.
Right.
Oh my God.
All right. We'll see everybody over this weekend. Pay attention to JTS. If you're not a part of JTS, JustAStatSports.com, you can sign up right now. Data 100, first month, half off. All right. We'll see everybody. I'll have my plays up. I'm going to have some college basketball plays.
Saturday night, I'll have whoever's in the final. Hopefully it's Canada versus USA, but Saturday night, I'll have everything up and ready to go.
Bite your tongue. What do you mean, hopefully?
Because I don't trust any of my teams ever.
All right, we'll be back. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see y'all Monday.